Hi, I'm Alan Walker of Udder, and I'm here at IHR Manchester. I'm delighted to have with me for my next interview of the day, Lauren Sears from Access Pay. Nice to meet you, Lauren.
Nice to meet you too. Thanks for having me.
No problem at all. And we're here, as you know, interviewing recruitment folks to find out what wonderful things they've been doing in their business to transform how they hire and how they get best out of their systems, people, and processes. So, Lauren, quick intro from you. Who are you and what do you do?
So my name's Lauren and I'm the recruitment manager for a Manchester-based fintech company called Access Pay.
Okay, excellent. And what does recruitment at Access Pay look like? What kind of team are you leading there? And,
well, I'm just a one-man band, unfortunately,
Oh,
so
okay.
it's just me. But yeah, in terms of the roles that we hire for, it's everything from sales to infrastructure and software engineering, marketing, everything in between.
So it's really broad, and you're having to be both the manager of the function and the recruiter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. And you went through some quite demanding hiring last year, I understand.
So during the last year, we pretty much doubled in size. So yeah, I wear many hats.
Yeah, and that doubling in size, that's a lot for one person to take up. So, fair play on that. So why are you here today?
So I came to the last in-house Recruitment Live event, and it was really, really eye-opening to see what kind of tech's out there, make sure we're not getting left behind, make sure we keep up to date with kind of what's going on.
Yeah.
Could we be doing anything better? Could we be improving our processes and software?
Okay, excellent. And I understand you've recently implemented an ATS. You don't have to give them a plug. If you want to say who it is, that's fine.
All right.
What was that journey look like? How did you go through that?
So that was a little bit challenging at first. Obviously, my organisation didn't have anything in process, so I wanted to make sure that I made the right decision.
Yeah.
Didn't want to make sure that we're signing on to a contract for X amount of years and everyone hates it. So so sat through quite a few demos. And then managed to make a decision based off kind of what we needed. Obviously take everything into account, including price points as well, and how user friendly it was for both the sort of the candidate and the hiring manager as well.
Yeah, and I think those are from my experience of helping folk pick recruitment systems. That bit, the candidate experience, the hiring manager experience, and actually the recruiter experience as well, particularly in a large team. We get those three things right, and then actually the features, the functionality are to a certain degree secondary.
Yes.
So if people enjoy using it and use it to its full capability, you get better results than you will if they won't in an even better system.
Yeah.
So it's a more feature-rich system, so that's interesting to hear. And how's it landed? It's been in, 3 months now, 4 months?
Yeah, so we started using it properly at the start of the year, but to date we've had about 1,600 candidates in, so it's really streamlined the process. The main sort of time saver from my perspective has been diary management, booking and scheduling interviews, so that it's all automated. Hiring manager syncs their sort of calendar availability with the system. Candidate goes on and books himself a slot. So
there's a lot of self-service now built into the process.
It was key for me to kind of save time where we could, because those to and fro, when are you free, so and so can't do this day, that all felt really unnecessary to me. So.
What's that done for the candidate experience then, do you think?
Oh, it's massively sped things up, simplified it. They know exactly, it's more smooth for them, and I think it's more user friendly for them to do that, but also it's just ease of use as well. They know exactly when they've booked in for an interview, who it's with, and it's all done virtually as well, so it's all on Teams. It's just really straightforward, really quick, really slick.
And have you got feedback from hiring managers as well to a similar?
Yeah, I think they're all really happy with it generally, because before we were managing everything on spreadsheets and just sending CVs around, and then people get lost in the ether. Not everyone gets feedback. So also from a candidate's perspective as well, they know exactly where they are in the process, and no one kind of gets lost in the ether.
Yeah, and I guess also people always forget about this. They kind of have a GDPR issue with things like CVs flying around. It's a risk, isn't it? Certainly, and it's hard to know if you've sent a CV to a manager. Where have they sent it to? Where's it gone? Have they downloaded it? Have they sent it home or whatever? So having it all systemised protects you as well as building better experience for candidates. What else have you streamlined, do you think, through using the ATS?
I think the job postings as well, because they're automatically posted to a number of job boards. So so instead of manually copy and paste a job from here to here, it's I put it in one place and I'm good to go.
It's out, so it speeds up that kind of front end stuff that you have to do before you even go anywhere near recruiting. That recruitment admin bit, that when you're on your own you have to do that, you have to do sourcing, you have to do interviewing, you have to do scheduling. So it's probably taken away half 50% of your
Yeah,
time,
absolutely.
has it?
I can spend that time, on projects, on sourcing, like you said.
Understanding the business,
the
needs, etc.
Be a bit more strategic about things rather than just do your manual processes.
Okay. What other plans have you got in terms of improvements in the function?
Oh, that's a good question.
What would you like to do, even if it's outside a little bit of recruitment?
Well, the next thing that we are kind of looking at our D&I strategy at the moment. Obviously, it's kind of key for everyone to make sure, and for us specifically as a tech company, we are struggling to get sort of the same number of women as we do men into sort of tech roles, things like software engineering. Just we're finding that there's not the numbers there. So how can we be more engaging, more inclusive, and attract people that way? And we've already seen, since we've just done a little bit of work on sort of trying to attract more female candidates, we've kind of the candidate sort of ratios of gender, we've boosted it by about 10%.
That's good.
Increase in female candidates. Still a lot of work to do, but we're getting there.
But listen, in that world, it's such a low starting point. To increase that by 10% is significant, without a doubt. So what levers have you pulled to make that happen then? What kind of attraction channels have you utilised, and what have you changed in terms of how you attract?
We've just been doing a lot of sort of internal content pieces. So 43% of our people managers are actually female. So
really? Okay.
Yeah, when it was International Women's Day, we pushed out a blog to speak to some of those, senior women or women that are in traditionally male orientated roles. Speak to them about their journey, and I think that's kind of boosted kind of some of the engagement as well from female candidates, but also be more transparent about how flexible we could be with working patterns. For people that are parents as well, they can do a shorter working week or staggered working patterns, things like that.
43%. That's quite high.
It is really high, actually.
That's really impressive, actually. Yeah. It's unusual in most businesses, never mind a business that's mainly a tech company in essence. So how's that been achieved, do you think?
I think we've always been kind of really inclusive. Like our sales director is a woman, our head of finance is a woman. So we've had a good mix of really sort of strong female leaders. Luckily,
that's brilliant. Do you publicise that fact as well?
Yeah, we're trying to kind of get that out there.
That's a big deal. Because the problem is you can do all you like attracting people into kind of entry level roles or non-manager roles, and you can say all these things about how inclusive we are, everything like that. But actually being able to prove it by saying, look at our board, look at our senior managers and everything, that's really powerful, I think. But if nothing else, people say that there's a route up through the organisation to go into those more senior roles. So fair play on that front. Excellent. Who are you interested in seeing today while you're at the event?
I spoke to a lot of people already. A lot of the sort of people that are dealing with programmatic talent acquisition.
Yeah.
So there's like networks, I think. It's a Crunch Marketing.
Yeah.
So interesting conversation with them. Yeah, Vonk as well. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, you're talking to the right people.
Already,
Excellent. What about speakers?
I think the favourite one that I've seen so far was a talk on diversity and inclusion from a doctor of neurophysics.
Okay,
so really sort of science-led data on why you should be a diverse.
Right, so looking at kind of neurodiversity, etc.
But also sort of the biological reasons for unconscious bias and increasing.
Really interesting.
Really interesting stuff. Definitely going to be looking her up on LinkedIn.
Is that something you can take back to the business, do you think?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, they really drilled in that sort of the first step in any sort of D&I strategy should be unconscious bias training. So it's definitely something that I'm going to go away and look into.
Yeah, I remember doing that unconscious bias training, from both sides, both delivering it once I got into the diversity world, but also being the recipient of it way back in the kind of late 2000s, so to speak. And they're always really interesting, eye-opening sessions. Absolutely. Listen, Lauren, really nice to meet you.
Thanks so much.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks for your time.